Do I consider myself a collector?
All right then, I suppose we need to start thinking about what lights do I take down in the first
I wouldn't think of myself as a collector, but really when you wander around the house and you go, what kind of person needs 75 lamps? You know, like, so I suppose I must be a collector.
When I first started visiting Leonard Joel, I think I probably went along as someone who just came along to admire stuff. I would have done auctions for a long time. And this is like going to somewhere that's got the most fantastic array of furniture.
My favourite era to collect in is really quite specific. It's late 60s to early 70s. I like the context of what was happening in the world at the time. Late 60s, there was a lot of political upheaval, and at the same time, people were making all these really beautiful, fluid objects. I mean, there was lots of hope for the future. I like that futuristic, organic plastics. I mean, there was an oil crisis in the early 70s that all of a sudden the cost of plastics went up a lot. So that sort of period, everything changed after that. So I like that small gap there, particularly Italians. The Italians sort of did it better.
You can always get asked maybe when you're out, like, you know, what are you looking for? And I always say, you know, I'm looking for something I don't need. I think one of the most favourite things that I found at Leonard Joel's is these Florence Broadhurst prints. Going there and being able to see all this stuff in one go, it may not be stuff that I like, but I'm glad that it's actually there to be seen and I can appreciate it for what it is. It may not be my taste. Buying at auction, especially when it's a specialist auction, you get to see stuff that you would never normally see. You would only ever see it maybe in a person's home, or in a gallery setting, or in a museum.
Does the world need any more objects? There's so much stuff out there. So I look at myself as a bit of a caretaker. Like, this has probably already had a couple owners. A lot of this stuff has had a couple owners already. And so I think it's my responsibility to look after it as best as I can. And then these will go to someone else and they will love them. If you go hunting for something, I think you'll end up being disappointed, or you'll pay a lot for it.
Yeah, one of the pieces that I missed at Leonard Joel's, which I still think about, and I sort of wish I still got, was a beautiful 1980s rug with geometric patterns on it, and I think it was American. I did this really, really extremely lackluster bid.
Richard has a subtle bidding style.
I don't think anyone noticed. I barely noticed that I did it.
I love coming to the viewings. Even if I've looked at the email previously online and there's nothing I feel that I want, I will still come along, because you never know the way you're going to react to a colour or a texture. Also, it's just a way to unwind. I just find it a fantastic thing too, and it's also quite social. By going to the weekly auction at Leonard Joel, you know, the pieces will show up there. You've just got to be a bit more patient.